Yo, VIPs, let's kick it. We're back once again with the Ultimate Racing League. It's Sunday evening, so it must be time for the Showdown. And this is part 3. We are just chugging them out, my friends. Chugging out those races like they just don't matter. How are you guys? Have you been okay? You had a good week of so far? Yes. We're going to be racing pretty soon because I think poor old Slowpoke's doing double duties. Duties. So he's doing double duties. He's having to do a quick race here, and then he's going to nip over to Lobby 2 as before last week and host another bunch of 1v1s for the Ultimate Racing League. On Facebook, they've got, if you look for their OneDrive thing, they've got all the layout of all of these races, so you can keep track of what is going on where. I can't because I have short brain capacity mode, but you can. All I can do is tell you what's next and who's racing. And that's what I'm going to tell you now. Slowpoke versus, I believe, Matt Psycho. And I believe Matt Psycho raced in the other lobby last week. I believe he must have got through, as we saw Slowpoke did last week. So this is the one of the winners versus each other. And it's very exciting. So race 1. M. Chasm versus Matt Psycho to Slowpoke to you and me. They're in Dodge Vipers, ladies and gents, but I don't know if that's the chosen car, and I don't know if Alsace Village is the chosen track. I don't want to enter. Cancel that. Spectate is what I'm after. So, this is interesting. It's a very tricky car to drive. I can attest. I tried to do it at Flamans this week in the dailies and did terribly at it. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sold on that one yet. I'm not sold. I just think they both happen to be in Dodge Vipers. In the chat, let's see if we have any kind of a... No, they're still sim racing juggling in the messenger, working out who can race when and what time and all sorts of stuff. I tell you, these hosts, they deserve medals at the end of this run of this series. The Real Osman in the chat saying, "Hola, peoples." Well, hello to you. Slowpoke, Matt Psycho, both on track. They're both in Dodge Vipers, and we are at Alsace. So I am going to say that must be the next draw of cars, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is the next part, as Matt Psycho and Slowpoke both winning their races.
It's Dodge, yes.
And this is going to be an absolute banger. It is the Dodge, says Real Osman. So the Dodge Group 3 car, like I said, it's the one I tried to take around Flamans this week. And it was not fun to drive. Understeer City. Absolutely doesn't want to turn in. Oh, that's a horrible part of a track to try and take a Dodge Viper down. It's all the weights at the front already, trying to crawl down a hill and circumnavigate some corners. We are going to see some upsets this evening. Hopefully you've been following the series, as this is part 3. And yeah, shall I give you a rundown of what races whilst they're practicing? Obviously, Slowpoke, we've seen, if you follow this channel, in League 1 all season, an absolute swift racing driver. And I know personally Matt Psycho, he's not partaken in any URL races as of yet. This is his first. We are breaking his hymen. Well, he broke his hymen last week. We're just absolutely widening the hole this week. But Matt Psycho, I know of his racing from my VRC days, and I can attest as well, he is rather fast also. So this is going to be a good showdown, ladies and gents. This is going to be a good one. We're starting with a banger again, like we did last week. Slowpoke is becoming our omen of good fortunes. and we hope to start with him. We start with him early doors because he has to rush off, and I think this week he's got to do a replay, and then he's got to do the stream. But I think he's starting the stream with a replay and then continuing on to Lobby 2, which have a great card of racing also. You are sports for choice. Now, if you guys want to check it out, he's Mark Wilson. Search for Mark Wilson on, or go to URL's Facebook page. They're all on there, the streamers. They have many, and they are all absolutely on top of their game. They are strong narrators of races. And Craig, which I think is the real Osman, big up to you, man. He shared this video. He shared this video around on the message boards, and that's fantastic. Thank you, man. Saves me having to do it because I get into a fluster. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They've had their practices. All excuses are out of the way. It is time. It is time for the first showdown of our third week of trying. And this race one, Slowpoke versus Matt Psycho. Oh, it tells me underneath it is round 2. These are the last 16. So, yes, sorry, I apologise. The information was there for me. So yeah, this is now going on to the next phase. If we were Marvel, we'd be introducing Thanos right now, and maybe we are with Matt Psycho. Maybe he is our Thanos. So yeah, phase 3, round 2, the last 16. It's exciting. I've got race 2 as Harry Poppins and Paul, but I think I've seen some sim racing juggling in the admin, and I'm not sure Paul's able. So we'll concentrate on race 1 for now and worry about race 2 at a later date. So these two have had their practices. It's Alsace, ladies and gents, a very tricky technical circuit that goes up and down hills, which makes it even more treacherous, and in a Dodge Viper. And as much as I love the Dodge Viper, I think it looks like one of the best ever cars ever made, probably because it looks a little bit like a Batmobile. But it has to be said, it is a tricky customer to race, an absolute tricky one to get a hold of. So big up to the guys out there. They are in for a treat. Well, we're in for a treat. They're in for a nightmare. So the real Osman saying, good luck everyone who's racing. Let's go. And Vodka Rob in the chat saying, evening sir, how the devil are you? I am good. It was one of those weeks where you felt like you survived it. You just scraped through. But it was all right in the end. We survived. That's what it's all about, is surviving to the next adventure. And yeah, I got through it. There we go then. I was going to say, I don't know what the delay is, but we are here now with Matt Psycho versus Slowpoke. This is going to go down, ladies and gents. We're waiting for the lights. I can hear them tingling. And it's a go here, and Matt Psycho off to an absolutely cracking start. Launched very well against Slowpoke. As they go up to the first corner, a rising right-hander that just doesn't give in, keeps going around, and it seems forever before you can get on the accelerator. Slowpoke losing a little time to Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho has that Dodge Viper absolutely planted, and he is going places, ladies and gentlemen. Sign him up. Look at him go. And Slowpoke, though, we know has good pace, so he's going to be going on the attack against Matt Psycho. He's got to lay on the pressure to give Matt Psycho a bit of a scare and make Matt Psycho push into those corners. Later braking, earlier acceleration, all of the recipes for disaster, as Matt Psycho at the moment is the master of the dodge. As he brings it up around that hill, every corner seems like it's out to get you in the Dodge Viper. 5 laps we're doing. I don't even think I mentioned that because I assumed you've watched the other 2 parts. But yes, 5 laps around Alsace, And Slowpoke at the moment maintaining a distance from Matt Psycho. But COVID is over, my friend. You can get closer if you wish. And Matt Psycho then just pushing on as he completes the first lap. Oh, not quite. Not quite, is it? It's quite a way away. It's quite a long track. Oh, he's gone wide, but so that must be the actual line, because they both went that way. Shows you how much I know this track, eh? So Matt Psycho at the moment in control, but Slowpoke is matching him each sector, and still anything can go wrong here. Oh, and Slowpoke late breaks into that one and does gain a bit of time. And Matt Psycho maybe a little cautious coming down the hill in the Dodge. And Slowpoke trying to catch him out on the brakes, but it doesn't seem to have shooken the man, as he is now coming back better and as faster as before. In the chat, Bazza says, hey Thingy, all good. Track car combo gives me a bit of acid in my mouth. It's definitely got one of those acid reflux things about it. And again, Slowpoke later on the brakes than Matt Psycho. Slowpoke wants to make a fight of this. Oh, I thought he was chewing a bit of grass there, but no, it's all good. And Matt Psycho, he's in control, but is he faster? That's what we want to know, because Slowpoke now is starting to push. And with these 1v1s, what the hell? What's the point of hanging back if you're in second place? The only true place is first, so you may as well throw caution to the wind and take that later break that the guy ahead may not, as they're in a good position and don't want to give anything away. And at the moment, Matt Psycho absolutely landing the punches where they need to go in the Dodge Viper. And he's up to 1.3 seconds ahead of Slowpoke. But I think Slowpoke's got some more in him, ladies and gents. So don't think for 1 second it's over. And Matt Psycho at the moment, you see, looks like he's crawling around these corners. I should have got a pen and paper so I could write down these fastest laps. And also in the chat then, Vodkrov saying, most definitely just survived it because I had 3 seizures this week. Oh, sorry, man. I'm really sorry. Adam in the chat saying, good evening, everyone. Thingy, Oz, Rob, Bart. Hello, Adam, and welcome. Matt Psycho then still leading. Vodkrov in the chat saying, evening, Adam. Ultimate Racing League saying, good evening, all. Osman saying, hola. Andrew saying, hi. Vodka Rob saying, good evening to everyone else as well. Adam saying, so sorry to hear that, Rob. I have them too as a result of MS, so I feel you, buddy. Hope the post-Issacal phase passes quickly. Oh, man. So Matt Psycho now over 2 seconds. We've got 2 laps left, and we have seen before in the 1v1s that it's not a done deal. Leading a race means nothing, absolutely nothing, when you make a small mistake or push too hard. And Matt Psycho, though, he seems to be keeping it in control. He's keeping a certain constraint out there. He's holding back, I think, just trying to stay sensible. But you see the Dodge wants to go as he comes over the hill. Still a treacherous beast to handle. That's what she said. Slowpoke, though, 2.5 seconds. Excuse me. Paul in the chat saying the Viper around Alsace, eh? It is, my friend. I don't even know my own name for the first 36 hours, says Adam. Oof. That was like me in the 90s. But not because of seizures. Matt Psycho then 3 seconds ahead of Slowpoke, and it seems Matt Psycho in control of the Dodge. Has it not wrapped up? We've still got lappage to go. I would never call it. Down here, treacherous part of the track. But it seems like Slowpoke's lost a good second and a bit in this lap alone against Matt Psycho. And this is the problem. You got to try in second. You got to push. Got to push the limits of the car to try and gain on the leader, where the leader does not have that pressure. Unless you're all over the back of his rear air, then he can just chillax and drive a sensible race. And Slowpoke here, we're on the penultimate lap, and it looks like Slowpoke is just hoping that Matt Psycho has an incident. They're still in the same view of each other, and but Matt Psycho just seems to be reeling off the times one after another, and he's getting more purples in his Dodge Viper. It's amazing. I found a bit of paper, so I might be able to write down. If I could find a pen, we're bonsai, you know. In this age where I've got like 14 iPads sat around, I found a slice of paper. And I found a pen. Now the big question is, ladies and gents, does the pen work? So Matt Psycho absolutely hounding this one in the last 16, and it looks like it's Matt Psycho who is going to go through to the next round. What's that? Would that be the quarters? I have no idea. Oh, yes, Slowpoke, give it to us, baby. Yes, Slowpoke, giving it some sideways action. And hey, if you can't win it, drive it like you absolutely stole it. And Slowpoke is doing just that. Absolutely delving into the depths of depravity in the Dodge Viper and giving it large ones around the corner. And I am here for it. This is what I've subscribed for. Unbelievable stuff. Beautiful from Slowpoke as we go into the final lap. And Matt Psycho, I said he was a big unknown coming into this. I knew that he was a swift driver, but I couldn't have called it between himself and Slowpoke. But he has taken no prisoners, ladies and gentlemen. He has taken to the track in the Dodge Viper, and he has laid down the law like the prodigal son of Senna. Slowpoke, nothing. He can walk away from this with his head absolutely raised high. Did absolutely nout wrong. Cracking lap times. And again, it's the thing of the 1v1s. Anyone else, he probably could have beat him. But he met Matt Psycho on his day. And Matt Psycho came out firing. Both barrels, ladies and gentlemen. Both absolute barrels chugging away. So Matt Psycho then, 6.2 seconds ahead of Slowpoke. And at this point, Slowpoke's probably thinking of all the things he's got to do. He's got to go rushing off. He's got to open up a stream. Then he's got to go over to Showcase, find the replay. Oh, I hope he's already found it and put it in his collection. If not, oh, that'll be an interesting stream. Go and watch his stream. looking for it. He's got to then commentate on a replay, which is a totally different beast to a live stream. Then he's got to go and find the lobby. It's a lot to do, man. So this race was the least of his worries at the beginning of this stream, I tell thee. As we see here, Matt Psycho bringing it down the hill as I throw the pen all over the blooming place to get himself a 1:5.42 then is the best one we've had so far. And Slowpoke brings it over the line, and he's absolutely had a cracking pace there each lap. So he can hold his head high in that one, I believe. And there you go. Matt Psycho then through to the final 8. Cracking stuff. Unbelievable. I can't believe we've got here already. So let me grab this. Then let's have a look at those results then. Matt Psycho, our fastest man so far this evening, laying it down with a 54.2. Who can do better, he says. And Matt Psycho then going over to the right to the final 8, and Slowpoke, I think, drops in and joins the lefties, the ones, I don't like to say the losers, but the ones that came second, racing each other. Well, bang for your buck, ladies and gents. We were off to a flyer, and Matt Psycho absolutely burned the trail there for us. Unbelievable stuff. Great racing from Matt Psycho, as always. And I tell the Slowpoke, good luck with your stream. Good luck with all your stuff. Don't forget to get over there and give him a view, a watch. Watch me later. It doesn't matter. So, right then, the card. Who we got next? I didn't think they were racing because it's Paul. And it seems like Paul is a struggle to get to tie down. He's a busy man. He is a busy man. I can't see him in the group. So looking at race 3 would be Dyson and Toby. Mama, it's not looking good there. Oh, I've got Dyson. I can see a Dyson, unless Toby's got a different name. I am not sure. So looking to race 4, which is also a final round, last 16, 2 winners, Bazza and P. White. We've got a Bazza. Oh, we haven't got a P. White. It's the battle of the Belgians, isn't it? Is P. White a Belgium as well? And we've got a couple of drop-down tournament prelims in race 5 and race 6 with Frowny and C. Brownie. Frowny and Brownie, I am going to start rapping like Eminem during that race. It's going to be rhyming. And then we've got race 6, Stealth versus Aussie Rooster. And race 7, Hoggy and Bry the Mechanic. So, whilst they scramble, because it doesn't look like we have either Harry Poppins or Paul in the chat, we'll be seeing who comes up next. And here we go then in the chat. Adam saying URL, can I get involved without Facebook? Oh man, yeah, I sent your stuff to Unforgiven. I'll chase it up, man. We'll get on with it. We're not racing the new season until the 5th of January, so we've got plenty of time. Vodka Rob saying, mine aren't that bad. Different type of seizure. I am still quite lucid during, but I get whole body convulsions and I feel like I'm stood at the North Pole totally naked. Bang on some Prodigy next time, Vodka. It will be banging away. Ultimate Racing League. Come on, Slowpoke. Adam in the chat saying, still sounds awful at Rob. Vodka Rob saying, yeah, not nice, but we soldier on, eh? And the Ultimate Racing League saying, Adam, you on Discord. Adam saying, indeed, I only developed them early 2023. My first broke my back and lost an inch in height. Ooh. You can still get on the roller coasters, though, can you, Adam? Osman saying, good effort, Mark. Great drive, Matt. And Adam saying, GG, Matt. Well done. Vodka Rob saying, oh, man, that sounds bad. Adam Douglas saying, URL, yes, I can be. Paul saying, good race, lads. Vodka Rob saying, Dyson, the Flying Scotsman. Go on, lad. And Paul also saying, if you mean, mate, my race had been postponed until tomorrow. There you go. Yeah, I know. I'd seen it all in the chat. Adam saying, thingy, nice one, cheers, mate. And Paul saying, myself and Harry postponed until tomorrow. Yes. Oh, so we've got Muhammad Ali and Sideways George, which I don't even think I've got on my list, have I? Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. They're not even in Lobby 2's list. So I reckon now, what are they in? This must be a prelim drop down. Mazda Atenza at... don't recognise the track. They're having their practice now. Oh my. Oh, it says Sardegna. Why have I raced Sardegna recently? What have I seen at Sardegna? Was Sardegna... It was Brazil. Where the bloody hell's Sardegna been going on? Oh yeah, it's Friday night. Yeah, it's nothing to do with URL. Don't worry about it. It's just worlds were colliding. Worlds were colliding there. So for race 2, we are looking at Muhammad Ali and Sideways George in the Tenzas. And yes, they're exactly the same Tenzas. So we may go with names above. Sometimes you just have to bite that bullet, ladies and gentlemen, because they'll be hard to tell apart when they're racing side by side. So we get the opportunity to put I've still got to buy a new set of headphones. I've lost all engine sound in my ear holes, and I really like a good engine sound. Right, if I have a quick look at their chat, maybe someone's put something in there. Here we go. Can I get an invite to Lobby 1 chat? That's Toby. It's just all about the chat at the moment in their messenger board.
got 2 phones on the go, so I can watch both faces.
Hey, Vodka Rob saying he's got 2 phones on the go, so he can watch both. Fantastic. Good on you, sir. That's not going to get you. That's not going to bring a seizure on, if anything can, Vodka, with me and Mark in one ear and the other. Me semi-northern with a, because I've because I've lived down south for so long, it's kind of like a weird mutated north and south hybrid accent. And then you've got Mark with a total northern accent on the other one. Jesus, talk about a brain fry. And you're more northern than the pair of us, so it'll be like listening to 2 southerners going, all right, mate, how's it going? You all right? Yeah, geezer, good, yeah, it's not bad, innit? You know what I mean? So, woo-wee. That's going to be an interesting one for Vodka Rob, trying to watch both streams simultaneously. And women say we can't multi-class. Multi-class? We can't even say it, so they win. See, I only know the racing, multi-class. 2 different types of racing. What's the other one? Multitask. That's it. Yeah, multitask. Yeah, we can multi-class. We can't multitask. I'm sorry. Oh, dearie me. So, I've got a hot brew, but I don't think it's ready yet. So we've watched Grahamad in the first race. So I'm guessing this could be the first of the drop downs. I don't know if we've seen Sideways George, and if we have, I apologise, Sideways. I'm not sure. It's a lot of races to keep track of, ladies and gentlemen. So it's difficult. But it looks like Grahamad Ali. Yeah, because Grahamad Ali is the one I thought his race had finished. No, he was in a winner. Didn't I think his race finished 2 laps into it? And it wasn't. It was like still 5 laps to go. Look, I don't know what's going on. We're in Atenzas, and we're now at Sardegna. So this is either, I don't know. It's got to be the drop downs, but I thought Grahamad Ali won his one, but he may not have. Because it's a lot of races to keep track of, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then. We are looking at Grahamad Ali and Sideways George on the grid, looking splendid in their Atenzas at Sardegna, ready to do a battle here. I can't hear the beeps because all sound's gone in my earphones. It's ridiculous. I've got to buy a new set of Palm Beaches. Oh, Grahamad Ali. Oh, it looked like he was away. No, Sideways George. No, Grahamad Ali. Way there. I didn't hear the beep, so he didn't do jump starts. He'd get a penalty by now already if there was jump starts turned on. So it's just like a cat. Grahamad Ali off of the grid, a lickety split, no messing. And now Sideways George has all the work to do from behind, chasing him. But there's a few tight corners here which keeps Sideways George in the action. Grahamad Ali on the business at the moment. He is concentrating hard on getting that Atenza around the corners. I haven't slagged the Atenza. It's a pretty good car, actually. It's quite well balanced. It's not like an understeer monster or anything. It's just a well balanced. I don't think it's particularly fast. I don't think it sets the world alight in any kind of category. I don't think it's like super brilliant in the corners, but it's not terrible. So yeah, it's a nice, pleasant car to drive, and Sideways George is driving it absolutely amazingly. Oh, not that one, that one. Sideways George doing a super job, putting the pressure on Grahamad Ali, and here at Sardinia there is so many places where it can fall apart. Wowzers! And we had a big one there, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely stuff. Sideways George right up the jacksie of Grahamad Ali, sending him into the barrier. He's carrying a little bit of damage now, but Sideways George seems to be waiting it out, and Grahamad Ali still with that damage. And Sideways George goes flying by a damaged Grahamad Ali. Interesting. He did back off after the actual initial accident, but Muhammad Ali carrying the damage down the straight, and Sideways George then went by him. It's that's going to be a tough one for the URL admin at the end to pick the bones out of that one. They probably shouldn't have put damage on. If, in all fairness, I'm going to blame. I'm not blaming Sideways George. How would he know? He's not in Muhammad Ali's car. He doesn't know what damage is on there. He can't sit behind him for too long. Whoa, Sideways George nearly losing the car. Muhammad Ali, he's going to make it a mute point anyway because he's come on by. And Muhammad Ali has taken the whole argument out of our mouths with that overtake. And it doesn't matter if he was damaged or not damaged because he is in the lead. And the admins can take a sweet sigh of relief there, that they don't have to clean any mess up. Now we're racing. We've got fixed cars. Everything is back. And it's back on, baby. And Sideways George has the pace on Muhammad Ali. And he could come. He could come at him. Under the brake, and again Sideways George wants to go through the corner faster than Muhammad Ali, and again we have contact in that corner, but no harm, no foul this time. In fact, it looks like Sideways George has had a big lift and a big sideways through the final corner. Beautiful stuff from Sideways George there, giving it all the balls that he can muster as Muhammad Ali leads this race by 7/10 as we're into the third lap now, and the racing has been intense, ladies and gentlemen. We have had crushers and controversy, but in the end Muhammad Ali absolutely lays down what he's got on track, and that's what does the talking at the end of the day. And Sideways George, exactly like his namesake, loves it sideways. So Muhammad Ali going around the old church, and it looks like Sideways having a bash with a barrier, and he's got a bit of damage now. So it's everyone's had the same amount of damage all at the same time. So Muhammad Ali can just stretch his legs now, try and stay away from his mate Barry R, and he'll be fine. Sideways George just got to shake off that damage and chase him back down and hope Muhammad Ali makes a small-ish mistake. And in the chat then, I know it's not the best, I should leave the chats to the gaps, shouldn't I? Why am I doing it mid-race? That would be crazy. Because it looks like Sideways George has found a can-do attitude. He's coming back at Muhammad Ali, and now he gets to break through that corner as he likes, and he is somewhat faster than Muhammad Ali through the tighter corners. Well, he might not be, you know, he's had to back out again, because he's lost a bit more time coming out of the corner. So that late breaking into those tight corners has not paid off for him. And Muhammad Ali nearly stretches it out to a second as he starts the fourth lap here. Ooh, Sideways George, do you know where your brake pedal is? And it worked for him. No, he's still 9/10. He comes in really fast, doesn't he, Sideways George? He loves a late break. Craig Brown in the chat saying, good evening, everybody. Hello. There really is nothing in this race. Muhammad Ali under the cosh as Sideways George pushes on and attacks his fellow Tenza driver as Muhammad Ali, calm, cool as a cucumber. Is that damage again for Sideways? Not this time. His brush with the wall, but not hard enough to get some damage. 1.3 betwixt the two Mazdas, and Muhammad Ali at the moment, the fastest man on the track, doing a super job and holding his own against Sideways George. I don't know what's happened to my sound. It's really annoying. I like the engine sounds. Sounds too quiet. So again, oh yeah, look at Sideways George pulling in a big amount of time on Muhammad Ali there. And again, this is where Sideways George was coming unstuck with the braking, but he's got it there. And yes, Sideways George can get through those tighter corners with that later braking. This is what he was trying to do, but Muhammad Ali was in his way, and he's throwing it around there. We're coming into the final lap, and there's going to be nothing in it between the two of them. Sideways George carrying immense speed down the straight in the tow as they come up to the final first corner, and it's Sideways George having a look around the outside. Now the inside. Oh, there was contact there, and they both crawl away from the incident, and there's damage on Sideways George's car, but not on Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali then gets back up to pace, and they get going again. And my word, I saved the replay, but I don't think we're going to get a chance to watch it because they're still racing. So Muhammad Ali 1.3 seconds ahead of Sideways George. Sideways George coming down that straight with such force. It was unbelievable. Now it's up to 2 seconds as Muhammad Ali cracks on with the job of winning this race and continuing through to the next round. And Sideways George gave it everything, absolutely everything, big balls and all in this race. He's dropped back somewhat more now, and it's looking good for Muhammad Ali. Maybe we can have a cheeky quick look, if we may. Into that first corner, Sideways George absolutely in the tow. He looked to the outside to me, didn't see room, and then swung it to the inside to get a cheeky one down and caught Muhammad Ali on the way past. Oh, what a shame. You could see what he was trying to do there, ladies and gents. Just didn't come together. If it had come together, that would have looked fantastic. So Muhammad Ali then comes around that final corner, and he continues through to the next round. Well done, Muhammad Ali. Great driving. And Sideways George, commiserations. What an absolute contender. Great stuff from you guys there. Beautiful stuff. Cracking racing from the pair, but it's Muhammad Ali that comes out on top. Punching like a butterfly, dancing like a bee. I'll grab that replay. There you go. Although I can't see two exact same attenders being the... So I've got to write that fastest lap down then for a different track altogether. Oh, this was a bad idea, you know.
Good stuff there.
So, and it's Sideways George that got that one. Muhammad Ali then takes the win, but Sideways George got the fastest lap. What a cracker. What an absolute cracker between the pair of them. And I don't know what next race is. It's anyone's guess. Now we're going into the unknown. But yes, well done to Muhammad Ali against Sideways George. Great racing from the pair of you. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Adam in the chat saying, Thingy, nice one. Cheers, matey. Paul saying, myself and Harry postponed till tomorrow. I saw that, I think. Ultimate Racing League saying, Adam, what's your Discord? We saw all that. Oh, they're still talking about VOD. So Vodka Rob saying, that car looks faster than it feels. Craig saying, good evening, everyone. Vodka Rob saying, the last of the late breakers. Yes, he was, wasn't he? Phaser with a wave. Craig Brown saying, good stuff there. It was cracking racing. So, P. White is looking like he's stepping up with an Atenza as well. And the Bazinator in there as well. So this is... we've got it as race 4. This is the round 2, last 16. Are they not going to be in Dodge Vipers then? I'm losing my mind. Muhammad Ali, he's the host, so he can sit in the lobby as much as he likes. Oh, those two cars looking fruity and juicy. They might be a thumbnail. Oh no, it's all gone. It's Viper Alsace for those boys. They wish they were in the Mazda around Sardegna. You wish you, Bazza and P. White, that you were going around. No, P. White's Croatian, isn't he? He's not the Belgium. Who's the Belgium? Flat B. Flat B is the Belgium from League 3. That's the one I was thinking of. I'm really not sure what P. White's flag is. I just guessed Croatian, just because I'm really bad. Then they've gone for a Tenza, but it's not right. It's not correct, P. White. Please put that car away. You're a winner, son. Oh, Bazza's Viper looks fruity. I'm here for it. Oh, Bazza, what have you got? Oh, it looks like P. White's gone off to buy... Oh, no, he's still in the lobby. Maybe he has one. Thought he was gone off to buy a Dodge quick. Hey, I'm in a Dodge. Shall I go in? I'll stand in for someone. They'll get... It's an easy pass, but I'll stand in. P. White, he has got to go and buy a Dodge Viper, it seems. So, P. White off to buy a new purchase. Oh, the Big Tasty's back on, ladies and gents. I know if you're further afield than the shores of Blighty, it probably doesn't mean much to you. But in the UK, it is everything. The big... I've had 2 already. I am so greedy. Big Tasties. But it's my Friday afternoon treat from work. I can get to the closest McDonald's in 6 minutes, and that is the race, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes to beat. To get to McDonald's, get the drive-through, and 6 minutes to get back. I can get through about half of my lunch just getting to McDonald's and getting back again. And the beauty is, I can smoke on the way to McDonald's and smoke on the way back. So I've done the fag out of the way. I can spend that last 15 minutes lunching on a Big Tasty, and that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, I've done a couple of Big Tasties as well.
So rejoice, my sim racing lovers. The Big Tasty is back on the menu. And I'm not getting paid by McDonald's. I just like them that much. And Vodka saying, yeah, I've done a couple of Big Tasties as well. There you go. It's a national heritage here in the UK. Right then, I'm going to exit, see what the heck is happening. I have talked about McDonald's. Do I need to start bringing in other fast food joints? I don't really do any other fast food joints. KFC, I don't really like. Chicken's boring. It doesn't matter how spicy they want to make it. How spicy they want to make that bad boy, or how much herbs and spices they want to sprinkle on top of it. Chicken is boring, in my opinion, obviously. And so Burger King, you have to break a ball to get to from around here. You've actually got to go into a city, and no one wants to go into that hell. Who's looking to go into that hell? Going down into the town. Oof. You got 20 minutes to sit in traffic. Vodka Rob saying, I do love a Burger King as well. I like Burger King, trust me, but they don't build them. They don't build them round here like they used to. They make them hard to get to. They test you. They say, you want a Burger King, you've got to work for it. So, yeah. Oh, we've got 2. No, we haven't.
McDonald's.
Ultimate Racing League is there. McDonald's as well, see? I'm not starting a McDonald's versus Burger King versus KFC sort of thing. And I've never had a Taco Bell because I don't trust them. I've heard too many stories of Taco Bell if you want to clear out your bowels. So, yeah. Right then. That was fun. Vodka Rob saying only one here. BK, that is. Oh, see, yeah, they're rarer than rocking horse poop. And Brisbane in the chat saying, is this the combo? Alsace and the Viper. It is for the winners, my friend. For the winners, then it's the Viper at Alsace. And for those that dropped into the other column, it's the Mazda Tenza around Sedegna. Yeah, Brisbane said it's horrendous. Yes, it looks horrendous. We saw them driving around, and it's everything you believe it would be. That front end is way too heavy. Coming down that hill, the car looks undrivable and unstoppable. So, yes, these guys, it's a lot. The first race went really well. It was surprising, actually. They're both pros. pro sim racers in the first race. You could tell, because they had their hands full, and they managed to make a race of it. Brisbane's gone out and shot himself now. Vodka Rob's still on the fast food chat. Wendy's is supposed to be opening a load of new burgers, bars, aren't they? Now, interestingly, I wasn't going to keep the fast food chat going, because how interesting could that be? But they did something over in Gosport near us, and it was going to be a Wendy's. That was the rumours. It was black and pink, which I think is their colours as well. And then it sort of like virtually got to nearly finished, and then nothing. And now it's still sat there. It's still painted black and pink. It's still got chairs and tables in there, but it doesn't look like any kind of kitchen's gone in or anything like that. So I don't know. We were hoping, because, you know, if we look at the model that America are using right now, all of having that many fast food places is really working for them. So I think we should do the same. Although I don't think fast food is my problem. I think it's the sugary energy drinks that is my cause of my gravitational problem. What's going on? Come on, boys, let's go, because we're just talking. We're padding, and we're not padding well.
What's going on?
Oh yeah. Oh, look how nasty that looks. Poor old Baz, straight away getting bitten by the Viper. P. White, it's straight off the shelf, that one, and he's hit the ground running. He seems to be comfortable with it at the moment. I think these guys used to race each other a couple of leagues ago in League 4, with P. White getting a promotion the season before last. I think he might have got promotion this season. He did, yeah, because he's gone up to League 2, and Bazza just been newly promoted to League 3, so they're avoiding each other, these pair. They're jumping leagues at the same rate. So Bazza, that's a glorious looking car. I am here for it. It's like the Days of Thunder one, isn't it? Is it mellow yellow or something on the bonnet? Yes, that is damn fine. A damn fine looking Dodge Viper. Oh, it doesn't want to go on the corners, does it, my friend? Bazza really finding the Dodge understeer a real problem here. And PY, he seems to be quite controlling it, rather nice. Andrew in the chat saying, what's going on? Vodka Rob saying, live fast and die young, but at least you have fun on the way. There you go. That's what's going on, Andy. And Ultimate Racing League saying, these two have bad lag. Oh, that's a shame. And Adam saying, oftentimes the padding is more entertaining than the racing. Are you sure? Are you sure? So yeah, we've got a lovely lag. The race of lags. This is our European. Well, look. I mean, come on. They're both in two totally different countries, being hosted by someone in another country, whilst everyone's in there from all of their internets. It's a lot to ask the internet. And I suspect, unless I've heard anything other, I think Bazza still is mastering a PS4. So I think PS4s is the blight of GT7, the worst mistake they ever made. But I know PS5s weren't selling, they couldn't sell them. The demand was high and the product was low. So yeah, they had to backtrack on where this game could be played. I get all that, but I think they do the PS4 drivers, players a disservice. They really do, because it's not the game that it should be. But just opinions, ladies and gents. And I'm not saying I'm bright in any kind of way, so I could be. I'm the first to say I'm usually wrong. But yeah, I think GT7's main biggest problem throughout is the fact that it was backtracked to make for PS4s. It should have truly been a next gen console game, and I think it could have It could have shone so bright instead of it just chose for mediocrity, which is a shame. So P. White then crossing the line for his 2 practice laps. Hey, it doesn't stop us, doesn't matter to us. We're still getting the same amount of entertainment, even if it was like top line next gen console gaming. I mean, it'd look prettier and there'd be less lag, but we still get to race on it. So you know what I mean? It's not all bad. It's not a horror story. It's just a shame. That's all of what it could have been. But then the player base would have been really small because no one got PS5s. So there we go. They've had their practice laps, and P. White, if that's anything to go by, does look quite tidy. Now, Matt Psycho earlier on laid down a 54.2. 54.3 from P. White there, so just in practice that is close. And Adam in the chat saying, oh yeah, Ultimate Racing League, get those hamsters working faster. And Adam saying, I'm here for the commentary first and foremost. Oh, bless you, Adam. You are my favourite human being on earth. I don't know if there's any human beings anywhere else, but you know, all right, you're my favourite human being. You don't beat my cats though. Bob is the ultimate. Right then, ladies and gents, come on then. We've got P. White, who looks like he is swift, and we've got the Baz, who has a real good can-do attitude, coming into 5 laps of Alsace in the Dodge Viper. The worst car versus the worst track. Let's go. P. White off to a great start, but Baz has got that inside line. Is he going to use it? He is. Oh, it's tight, but it looks like P. White riding the outside there, and he just about stays ahead as he tries to do a bit of rally, and that gives the Bazza something to work with up the straight, and Bazza is at him. Bazza is at him, but no, P. White onto the apex there, keeping it tight and keeping it tidy, but Bazza's going to go for the inside again, and P. White's gone out wide, and it's Bazza, and P. White's finding some dirt to drive on, and he's dirtied up his wheels, and Bazza again, the underdog, coming into the race as we saw last week, and Bazza keeping it tidy, keeping it on the grey stuff, and staying with the program and getting ahead as P. White went out a little wide there. I didn't press the replay button. Sorry guys, we can't recapture P. White's pain and misery. So Bazza then, oh, can he maintain, ladies and gents? It's a lot to ask. It was early doors for that mistake to happen, and now P. White has all of the race to chip away at the Belgium Bullet. And P. White, though, absolute cracking pace, just newly promoted to League 2, remember. He's going to go and mess some stuff up there, and he's going to kick some ass and take some names, and he hasn't got a pen. So Bazza, he's still ahead, but P. White is slowly chipping away at that lead, as P. White had that early wide. The car just seemed to drift out wide, and he found 2 wheels on the grass and no grip whatsoever, and now he's having to push harder than he probably would have liked to, and that does not help with the Viper. The Viper is not a car you can manhandle. Well, you kind of have to manhandle it, but it doesn't like it. It's not on board for it in any way whatsoever. And there we go, P. White through the first corner, absolutely gaining a huge amount of ground on Bazza. And Bazza, he might have to get defensive in this race, but the Dodge is not a car that's easily to defend with. It's just such a wide boy, and it just so goes away from it. It's got an allergy to apexes, I'd say, is the Dodge Viper's main problem. It does not, you point it to an apex and it's like, no, I'm not going near that. I'm not going near that, don't make me. So P. White then closing in 7/10 of a second on Bazza, and now the pressure is on the Belgian bully. He really has to dig deep and try and find his inner, I can't think of one Belgian bloody racing driver. Surely there is one. Oh, Bazza putting a wheel out there in the unknown, and P. White is gonna make it. He's gonna punish him. He's going to give him a good hiding that he's not going to forget. And Bazza at the moment just clinging on to the lead as P. White is coming up behind him to put on the moves. And Bazza's gone wide. Oh, Bazza's gone totally wide and a little bit pointing the wrong way. And P. White then punishes him with that move and he cracks on. And P. White there, it was close and the Dodge doesn't, oh, the dirt on the tyres is not giving him any kind of traction whatsoever. So then, a quick look at that then, poor old Bazza. I did get that one, sorry Baz. Yeah, I was saying he was under the pressure here as he comes into the little swing there, and then it's just the little swing got him. The little swing to the left. You shake it to the left, then you turn it to the right, and that's what caught him out there. Oh, he's got a lot of damage, that's why he was slithering around as well. Poor Bazza, the Dodge Viper has bit him. And P. White then cruising it around, lap 3 of 5. And it's been action-packed, ladies and gents. Maybe the end hasn't got the exciting factor that it could have had. But my word, we've had action in this race. So P. White then, all he has to do, 54.3. Remember, it's 54.2 to beat so far in the Alsace Dodge combo. It's just a little side game. No one's really playing it except for me. And they are. They're keeping an eye on each other's times. You know they are. Sim racer mentality. And P. White now, is he feeling too comfortable? Is he going to push a little too hard and give up this race? At the moment, solid drive. Solid drive apart from that little blip on the first lap. But since he has absolutely nailed it, he's still getting purples. I think he's going to beat that fastest lap this time around, you know. And that shows P. White is going to be a force, isn't he? The Matt Psycho is swift, and Slowpoke from League 1. Wow, it looks so odd coming down that corner. It looks like they've messed it up. So P. White, 54.3 again. No, that was a contender of a fastest lap from Matt Psycho then. P. White, all he can do, 54.3s. And the Baz, it's a pretty looking car. Absolutely delicious. And he did nothing. Oh, gosh.
Some good drivers in that era.
Oh, hello, we've got one. Thierry Bousson. So P. White brings it home. We've got a little bit of chat here. Rob saying, I always think the Viper feels really heavy. It does. It feels like you're having to drag it around the track. Grahamad Ali saying, sorry dude, just catching up. Last minute change of plan. Nah, that's all right. I love a little impromptu change. It's beautiful. Keeps us on our toes. Andrew saying Thierry Boutsen. I think that's a Belgium racing driver. Bob Grob saying that's named from a past day. And Andy just said he just Googled it. Bob Grob saying some good drivers in that era. So there you go, Bazza. I did find, someone found a Belgium. P. White then, what's it? He's still got another lap to go. He's up again. He's up again, and this is going to touch, I didn't write the other two numbers after his 54.2. If this is going to be in the twos, it's just, I'm just going to say he's tying fastest lap. So Bazza fighting that Dodge Viper all he can. And P. White coming up to start his final lap, 7 seconds now in the lead. And even if he does make a mistake, I think he may be all right. He's got a bracket to play with. So P. White coming into this is still a 53.8. That's it, isn't it? Yes, that's our fastest so far, ladies and gentlemen, a 53.8. I can scribble out Matt Psychos. So P. White, unbelievable speed there. And Bazza's back end sliding around. The car just does not want to go round a corner for him. And it has been a fight in the Dodge Viper. Shall we get a little bit of this action? And watch P. White through a couple of corners. This man has got the master of the Viper and Alsace. Everyone else feared this combo, but P. White, he thrived in it. He thrived, ladies and gents. It must just remind him of driving home from work or something. And so P. White absolutely owning the... Ooh, scary though. Scary for me. Scary for me indeed. I'm telling you, not having the engine sounds, I've really got to buy a new headset. I want to hear engines going grrr. So 23 seconds, I think Baz has had another moment as P. White then comes around to nearly complete the final lap here. And my word, it was tight until it wasn't. Until Baz's world dropped out just from catching that little corner, that little edge, just round here. Is he going to try? Is he going to give it a wide berth this time? Just there, wasn't it? Just there, and it spun him around. I don't even know how that spun him around. That's a real shame for Bazza, because that looked absolutely nothing, wasn't it? Excuse me, P. White just won, as I had a coughing fit. Just what you needed. So well done, P. White. Cracking drive. He is fast, though. I can attest he is fast. And the Bazza bringing it on home. No shame here, sir. That was a great effort. And I think you were robbed, my friend. You were robbed by the track. But it's P. White that comes out on top in that one. And adds he raises the fastest lap to a 53.8. Great job there from P. White. Cracking stuff. Let me grab the replay. And here we go then. You can look at the results yourself. And there he is, P. White, with a brand new off-the-shelf Viper 53.8. A cracking drive there. And Bazza, I don't think the 24 seconds, that's just, he probably just had a little bit of fun in the last lap or two. But he was on pace and he was there. So, no shame. Oh, he's already left the room. That's a shame. Maybe busy. Busy man. Done a lot of racing recently. I think he raced like for 2.5 hours last night in another club. Not last night, Friday night. It's probably aching. It's probably aching from it. Oh, dang. We are back to the Aston Martins and Brazil combo, I believe, my friends. And that was an absolute delicious little combo. I don't know how many races we had so far then. We've had Slowpoke and we've had Bazza, and then we had Muhammad Ali and Sideways George. So it's race 4 of the evening. Race 4. It looks like we are going to Interlagos, and it's going to be Dyson and Toby. Dyson from League 1, Toby from League of Champions. I believe Toby has just nipped off to go and buy a Dodge Viper. It is shocking how many people don't own an Aston Martin. You can tell when they're bad cars. People don't own them, do they? People have had to go off and buy Dodge Vipers, and people have had to go off and buy Aston Martins. Look at mine. I've got a Dodge Viper. I don't know if I paid for it. I think I won it in a roulette wheel. So, Interlagos, ladies and gentlemen. In the Aston Martin. It's like a flashback from last week in the part 2. It's going to be cracking. And Bodcrop saying, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just going to order a pizza. Right then, what pizza do you think? The last Domino's I had, I went for a Texas barbecue, because God alive, that barbecue sauce on a pizza really kicks it. I know it's chicken, and I just said I'm bored. The chicken's boring, but on a Texas barbecue, I let it go. On my normal order of a Domino's, would be... I'm back on fast food again. What's going on? Vodka Rob, what? You are steering the chat. You are controlling the chat out there. And the narrative, should I say. You minx you. But yeah, a New Yorker. I like a New Yorker. I like the bacon and the ham. And the pepperoni. So, yeah. I like a New Yorker. The wife likes Texas barbecue, so we have Texas barbecue most of the time. No, I'm joking. We take it in turns. We had a Texas barbecue last. So we're waiting for Toby. He's having a little look through the showroom at the moment, trying to see a colour that suits his needs. And he's got to check the springs, kick the tyres, and such what of his little Dodge Viper. He's got to hold his nose. Not Dodge, he's buying an Aston Martin. I'm getting myself mixed up. Look, I'm all over the place as well. If he comes back with a Dodge Viper, I am going to absolutely laugh. Yeah, he's got to go and buy an Aston Martin. He's got to go and see the Stroll family. Oh, God.
Hawaiian thumbs up.
Ask Lance if he thinks he drives for Williams again, because it sounded like he tried to get inside a Williams today. He must have forgot what car he was driving. So the room has been reset. That's just because Muhammad Ali's bored, so he just thought, I'll tell you what, I'll prep the room while there's nothing happening. He's just having a little tidy up, cleaning up the corners and such what. Oh, come on, Andrew. I had a lot of respect for you a couple of comments ago. Yeah, Vodkrov saying my fault. Ultimate Racing League saying, and this will be a good race. These two are fast. Oh, dang, I know. And one's League One, League of Champions, but they are ultimately on the same level as each other. And Andrew gone and said he likes the Hawaiian with a bit of pineapple in there. Now, I don't know if he's offering me to come to a certain party where they like to swing, pineapple party, or if he actually does like a Hawaiian pizza. But I think the whole of Italy would disagree with you, sir. It's not my argument. I'm just speaking on the people that actually invented
Meat feast drooling face.
the meal. God, that's a long prep for the room. So it's going to be Brazil, and we're going to be in Aston Martins. Oh, the lobby has frozen.
American.
And Dean Atkinson saying, oh, it's an American hot for Dean. He likes, you like to be uncomfortable when you're eating your food. So, yes, we have had lobby issues, ladies and gentlemen, but that's all right. It is to be expected. It's part of the code. It's part of Kaz's big plan to make sim racing accessible for everyone. And he loves it. Vodkrov saying it's from a local pizza place, though. Don't think it's a chain. It's GT7. It's meant to be there.
Caprinos.
Oh, Vodkrov saying Caprinos. Hi, this is the street. Oh, yeah, sponsors. Dubby Energy Drinks. Drink it now. It will get you. If you think I'm excitable, the reason why is Dubby. So get yourself on the Dub Meister. Wow, that opened really quick, and everyone got in there quicker than that. See, sim racers. They don't hang around. Even getting into a lobby is a race to them, guys. And Eldridge Air Conditioning for all of your cooling needs. So we got, hey, no, oh, I'm in the wrong room. That's why. Sorry, guys. Oops. I'm in Slowpokes. Shit. Oh, that's awful when you're racing and someone comes in. Oh, I want to leave. Is it going to affect them? How far through their race are they? I can't believe I've gone into the wrong room. What a divot. Have I gone into the wrong room? They're in the Vantages. No, I've got to be in the wrong room. I'm trying to see who the host is. Osman. I really should have thought that one through. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Someone else has left the room, so I'm going to leave. Sorry, gang. Oh, what a din. What an absolute din-low. Oh, I got all excited. Muhammad Ali, there you go. That's the one. Oopsies. A little look into Slowpoke's stream there for you, ladies and gents. What an absolute loon. That's going to be a good race as well. I want to see that. I wanted to pop in and have a look. So here we go. Toby and Dyson both in their Aston Martins. Everything is looking up now. Everything is looking rosy. And yes, all my fault. I'm so sorry, gang. So sorry about that. Apologies to Lobby 2. If anyone's doing both, can you just quickly apologise on my behalf in the chat? I got excited and thought the lobby was open. God, that must surprise them. The actual person who's doing the stream of Lobby 1 pops into Lobby 2. They must think, what the frig's going on here? Me and Slowpoke were going to have a swap over halfway. He's going to come into Lobby 1 and I'm going to go over to Lobby 2. We're just going to really, really mangle your minds where we are right now with the racing. So is it Dyson and Toby then? Is that who we've got? At Interlagos in the Aston Martins. I didn't think it was Dyson. I thought it was someone totally else. No, it is Dyson and Toby. Oh yeah, I know Dyson's fast. He was in the he was up against Motorstorm Hero in League 3 in the first season I joined, and oh god, them pair were fast. So yeah, Dyson and Toby. He's a big deal from the League of Champions. I think, did we not see him obliterate someone who also was fast in the very first stream, part 1? Was it not the last race? I don't remember. But here we go then. Aston Martins at Interlagos, which seemed to be like the second sort of round of this 1v1 tournament. In the chat, it's saying, URL saying anything can happen. Adam saying pepperoni for me, nice and simple. I do like a pepperoni pizza. Craig saying Kaz is the man for sure. Haha. URL saying yes, you are. Vodkarov saying I've just distracted Mark with pizza chat as well. Good. Hopefully you send him off the rails as well. Flashman in the chat. Hello, Flashman. He says evening all. Adam saying hello at Flash. URL saying Bailey. Bailey was the man. That was it. And Adam saying at Rob lol. So yeah, Toby, I think he smashed Bailey, and Dyson, I think, did he? I can't remember if he raced someone. I've got them all on my phone, but I'm just going back over looking and stuff. It's distracting. I like all my concentration here on the screen. Oh, with this showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Dyson, who's in League 1 next season, but he has been on the ladder, lickety-split, up through League 3, up through League 2 last season, entering League 1 this season with plans to not hang around. His aim is League of Champions. And today he gets a taste of one of those drives. I think it was Wacky Racer and Dyson. And I think Dyson did the biz. But I might be getting confused. So they've done their 2 practice laps now. Dyson, 33-1. That's swift. And Toby just coming to the end of his practice laps in the Aston Martin. 32-2. And will that put any fear into Dyson at the moment? It looks like he's having a cheeky 3rd lap practice. He's going to get scorned. And so is Toby. You cannot slow these boys. We're not racing, are we? Are we racing? We're not racing. They're too far apart. They're not racing. What's going on? Stop. Halt. You're breaking the rules. You're confusing the commentator. Suddenly thought we were in the race. I was like, what? It's like the opposite of what happened to Muhammad Ali's race last week, when I thought they'd had their 2 laps that were the race instead of the practice. So, yeah, these guys just waiting to start their race now. They've had their 2 laps of practice, and now they're having a little cool down. Little cool down, ladies and gentlemen.
Dyson's first race.
We should cool down. We should calm down. We need to get some Eldritch air conditioning in, because we're getting too hot here. We're getting too fast under with our assumptions and estimations. Toby versus Dyson. This is a prime race on the card, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one you pay your money for. And this is no support race. This is the big deal. And Toby off to a great start against Dyson, but you can't count Dyson out. He's keeping up with the Aston Martin, but Toby then into the first corner. And it's like we said last week, the one in front does get a good control situation. The defensive driving here does pay off. The corners are so that you can kind of sit on the apex, and it stops your competitor managing to get through. And Toby at the moment holding fast against Dyson, who's getting a little taste of the League of Champions, or the sharp end of the League of Champions. And Dyson is here for it, 2/10 behind, ready to make the fight. Toby may have to do some defensive driving here at Interlagos. This is not going to be a walk in the park for our League of Champions. Is he the champion of League of Champions? Did he win last season? Who won the League of Champions last season? This is information I should know, but don't, because there's no point. I'll read something, it doesn't sink in. So Dyson then all over the back of Toby, and Toby having to stay cool as a cucumber whilst feeling a lot of heat. And Toby at the moment sticking to the plan. Oh, Bailey was champion, was he? Sorry.
Thumbs up, light skin tone.
Well done, Bailey. I knew that. Oh, this is Dyson's first race. See, I'm getting it all wrong. Adam saying, at you are, I know, have Flash Gordon theme running around my head. Cheers, buddy. URL saying, glad I can be of service. URL saying Bailey, and Adam giving it a thumbs up. And we have got a race on because Dyson's on the attack. He's coming back at the Tobster. He's giving nothing away. So, Dyson
I have the memory of a goldfish face with tears of joy.
coming down to the end of the straight, the turn 3, I believe they call that. And Toby keeping the Aston Martin in a straight line, which is a job within itself. Well, he's getting it into the corner, biting onto the apex, and there we go, beautiful. Dyson slowly trying to close in on Toby as we go through. This is the time, this is where you can gain a lot of time in these tighter corners. If you dare go through them with a little bit of oomph and speed and not worry about the back end too much, then you can possibly gain time through those tighter corners. And Toby, though, on it. Absolutely on it, like a car bonnet, and he is not messing. He is taking each corner with precision. And Dyson frustrated behind. Nothing he can do, nothing he can gain. He can try and get a toe through here to get closer in the first corner, but then getting back past is a totally different beast altogether. And Vodgrov saying, same here, I have the memory of a goldfish. And Adam saying, great close racing here between these two. So yes, they match each other's skill level, I believe. But Toby absolutely starting to pull out a bit of a lead now on Dyson. And Dyson is just giving it all he can, giving it big wellies in the Pertec Aston Martin. But Toby absolutely flying. Scarlet line, look at that. What a lovely barrier. Did we need to look at it that long? And yes, the TCC Aston Martin is doing what it needs to do just to stay ahead. He's just eking out a 10th here and a 10th there. Nothing much. But to Dyson, it's big news, because Toby still ahead of him, which Dyson is uncomfortable with. He doesn't really like to see people in front of him. It's not his comfort zone. So Dyson trying to close in on Toby, who smashed Bailey the last when he faced him off in part 1 of the Showdown. And Toby again at the moment keeping control and reeling off the fastest laps. I think though the fastest lap, if I say I never remember anything, but for some reason 31.7 I think was done in lobby 2 by someone else. So 31.7 I think is the fastest we've seen in the Aston Martins around Brazil. Oh, Dyson is starting to close in now, and we're on lap 4 of 5, and it's not over, is it? This race is absolutely taut. You can taste the tension in the air. You can taste that tension just hanging in the air. One slight small hiccup, one, you know, like when you go in, you just leave it too long to change gear, and the revs hit the top, and you know you've lost a bit of power from it. Like something like that could easily happen here, and Toby is having to control the race, and it's a lot because Dyson is throwing everything he's got at Toby. Purples again for Dyson. Toby just driving, keeping control, checking out those rear view mirrors. I am sure 0.8 between the two of them, and they're going into the final lap. If Dyson has anything, he's going to get a tow. If he's got anything, this is when he's got to produce it. It is now or never. Dyson gets that fastest lap at 31.8, just shy of 1/10 of the fastest we had last week. And Toby then under pressure on the final lap, then he's got to dig deep and see what he can pull out of the bag, because Dyson is gunning for him. And at the moment, Dyson has one aim and one aim only, and that is to get past that blue and black car ahead of him. But Toby there pulling out a little bit as we saw Dyson have a wiggle over the curbs, and Toby eking out a couple more tenths, and that is what we're talking about. We are working in margins of tenths between these two. It is so tight, and Toby so far doing a solid stand-up job, a pro sim racer's job, with handling the Aston Martin around into Lagos. And Dyson there just can't quite close in on him. He has the fastest lap of the race, but Toby's starting to flick some purples up, and we might see that 31.7 obliterated from last week. As they come up there, I think it was the Ozman, or he had Oz in his name, had got a 31.7, and Toby then coming up towards the line to take the win and go through to the final 16, 31.9, and Dyson with a 31.8. So Dyson got the fastest lap in the end, but Toby took the honours. Super racing from the pair of them there. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely cracking racing, boys. So we'll grab that, and then we'll grab them. So there you go. I am saying there's tenths in it between them two. That was a tight race held by Toby and Dyson. Thank you very much. I can't even remember what number race that was for us this evening. And yeah, if it's the real Osman, I can see in the chat that 31.7 still stands, my friend. It is. Oh, wow, look at that. I complain about a crap memory, but I remembered that much. Flashman with a big smiley, happy, laughy face. Real Osman saying, no, Toby, leave my lap alone. And Real Osman saying, yippee. And Vodka Rob saying, great driving from the pair of them. And Real Osman doing the hench flex. Well done, Osman. I don't think your lap's beatable. Right then, whoa, we are hopping all over the place. We are jet setting this evening, because it looks like we're back to Italy for the it's not Alsace, Sadegna back in the Mazda Atenza again for the next race, which is Brownie and Frownie. Oh yeah, this is the one I was looking forward to. I was going to kick some limericks. I was gonna spit some beats. So race 5, Frownie versus Brownie. This is a drop-down tournament preliminary. So yes, they are going to. Oh, Dyson's left the room, but hey, man, people are busy. He might want to go off and do some of those daily races. Did they get it wrong way round or something? High speed ring in a Group 1 car, I understand, but most people are doing that in about 1 minute. And then they're doing Le Mans in Group 3 cars, which is like such a boring track. Sorry. That straight without no chicanes. Oh, God, I was falling asleep before Musan. But did they get them mixed up? Should the Group 1's been at Le Mans and the Group 3 should have been at the high speed ring? I don't understand the daily races this week. They really, I don't know. Frownie and Brownie then are in their cars, ready at Sardegna for their practice laps. And again, it's surprising me how many people don't have the Atenza, because these two have got brand new Atenzas. Fresh off of the shelf, we have Brownie and Frownie. Can I tell you where they're from? Brownie's from Surrey, Frownie's from Murray. I don't know. Frownie is... he must have just gone up to League 3, because I don't remember him, and I've raced in League 3 for 2 seasons now. So, Frownie from League 3, and we've got Brownie from League 1. I only giggled because Brownie, I just thought of... just drugs in biscuits, okay, I'm sorry. It made me giggle. It's not big and it's not clever. And Ultimate Racing League saying great race, Toby. And now the Ultimate Racing League saying Brownie and Frownie. Frownie and Brownie. Brownie and Frownie. Frownie and Brownie. Brownie and Frownie. Ah. Go roundy. The bendy. I don't know. It's late. It's not late, but it feels late. So they're getting their practice laps in. I wish I had some chocolate. Really fancy a little. It must have been the Brownie. The Brownie has got me going the wanting the munchies now. Jesus. So Frownie getting the penalty, finding where the penalty lines are in practice. Big brained by Frownie there. Good call. Find out where those limits are, what you can get away with, and you can't get away with what you try to, because they just give you a 5-second penalty. Now he's seeing where the breaking point of that first corner is. Good stuff. Brownie then swoops by. He'll like to see that. I imagine he'd like to see that at the side of the track. His contender is his opponent with a big red bar above his head and pointing at a barrier. Adam saying that thingy, that kind of Brownie is unlikely to result in being frowns. No, yes, hey, Adam wins. Adam, didn't you win last week, Adam? You can't keep winning, man. You can't keep winning. But yeah, Adam wins. That kind of Brownie will not leave you with a frownie. I like it. Hey! Vodka off saying, I've got chocolate churros coming with the pizza. Oh, God. You're not helping. You're not helping, are you? We're going to move this talk onto chocolate now. We've gone through the fast foods, pizza toppings. Let's move it on to chocolate bars. Well, it's dairy milk wins, but I do like a Galaxy because it's smooth. That's enough. No, we don't. We're not going there. We've got a race on. We're all right. We're not padding now. So Frownie then and Brownie are set up to race. Oh, chocolate orange. They are good. Christmas is around the corner. I am going to get my body. Oh no, chocolate Oreo. Yeah, Munchies, Cadbury's Oreo. Oh, come on. Come on, you can't do this to me, man. How many more races have we got, URL? Grahammed. We're out of order. I don't know how many races. This is race 5, I think, of 7. I think we had 7, but we've had a cheeky one, but we've had a postponed one. Wowzers. Let me have a look. We've got Dice. Paul and Harry Poppins was postponed. Frowny and Brownie now. We've not had Stealth or Aussie Rooster, and we've not had Hoggy or Bry the Mechanic. Are we racing? No. They're doing it to me again. I saw one sat in the pits. No, they've done their practice laps. What's going on with their lap times? 2:13. I think I wrote down, didn't I? A 1:44.2 was the best we had from the last one of these. Oh, we've got 2 more after this, and then I am going to destroy whatever chocolate we've got in the kitchen, and I don't think we've got much, so it might be a walk up to the BP garage and get some of that Flash Marks and Spencer's chocolate, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? A brief walk to the BP. Get some nice... Oh, God. Yes, so... we are prepping up for this race, and it's going to be exciting. Frowny and Brownie going head-to-head around Sardegna in the drop-down championship. Ultimate Racing League saying you'll eat it before you get home. Oh, God, yeah. And Osman saying, I need a hero. Are you holding out for the end of the day? So Frowny then pulls away with an absolute pull. There, they've both got the traction off, so that was Frowny's right foot under action, and he did a beautiful job. It might be a controller, so his right thumb or his right foot or his forefinger. I don't know what he drives with. But Frowny off to an absolute flyer, and Brownie then up is Jaxie and adding pressure to this cooker. And Frowny then just trying to stay cool, stay shady as he moves around the track. Remember, this Atenza, it's a solid car, but not very speedy. And Frowny League 3, Brownie League 1. This is a division between drivers. And Brownie goes, ooh, I thought he got into the collar, the barrier there. But it was a glancing blow and no problems there. I think there's a little lag issue going on with Brownie chasing him up and Frowny pulling away. And Frowny, absolutely the underdog in this pick, is... Oh, he's not... Oh, the lag is real, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to have a disconnect. I haven't seen lag this bad since day 1 release. So Frowny and Brownie, it's got to be my end, surely. It's probably someone upstairs trying to download filthy pictures of Miley Class or something. Oh, God, that's an old reference. Neither of my kids know who Miley Class is. And so, Frowny, I hope they're not suffering with the lag that we are seeing, because it can put you off the racing a little bit. Sometimes, even though others see your lag, you don't see your own lag, so it's nice, smooth sailing. We've only just had a lobby change as well, so I'm surprised it's struggling like it is. And URL saying both lagging bad, and Osman saying go Frowny lad. Ultimate Racing League saying this is bad. It's not you, mate. And Osman saying it's the host needs reset. Both cars doing it. It's I like a little. I'm gonna try and do something weird with my voice every time they lag, so it sounds like it's the whole stream, and not the lobby. I'll cover you up. I'll cover you, URL. Don't you worry. I got you, brothers. I got you. So Frowny pulling it right out of the bag here, down to 2, because I think Brownie just ended up having a little rub with the barrier. We're on lap 2 of 5 as they bounce their way around the track. Smooth runnings here in the Atenza. And oh, I love it. It's great. So Brownie then coming down the hill and doing a sweet lap time with it as he goes. Oh, I'm making myself laugh. I can't do it. I want to try and carry on afterwards like I'm not doing it on purpose or something. So Frowny then grooving around that corner. There's no like that one. No, they like that corner. And Brownie is 2.7 seconds adrift of the Frown Meister. And Frowny has it all under control, lag and all. And he crosses the line for a 43.0, which I think is the best. I think it was 44.2 in the race we had earlier. So Frowny and Brownie are breaking new grounds in speed. As Frowny, he's pulling away. Frowny's got this one, and he's absolutely owned this one. The Atenza agrees with our Signore Frowny. It's looking good. And Brownie, who is no sloth, he is no slow person, is he's fighting the Atenza, and I think this is where the issue is when you feel your car's not fast, so you have to overcompensate in the corners with late braking and early acceleration. Things get sloppy. Things get a little sloppy. It's like you're fourth in line, if you get what I'm saying. When you're stirring 3 other people's soup, then things get messy. So Brownie at the moment, he's just pushing a little too hard, I believe, and those small mistakes are coming through. And Frowny absolutely delving into the depths of his sim racer soul and pulling out an absolute drive. And I know we ripped the mick because of the lag. Oh, poor old Brownie. It looks like he's driving into the wall, but the lag just saves him at the last minute. I know we've taken the mick out the lag, but I mean, it takes nothing away from these drivers, and the lap times they are placing down a 42.2, which is faster. Why is it not gone purple? There you go, 42.2 from Frowny is absolutely blistering. And Brownie, absolutely, he's no slow boat. It's faster than the pair that we had earlier, but unfortunately for him, Frowny is on fire. He's absolutely come out. He's come out lit. And Brownie is just trying to chase him up and do the best that he can, but he's met Frowny on a day when Frowny was taking no prisoners whatsoever, and Frowny has thrown it around the streets of Sardinia in the Mazda Atenza. We're on lap 4 of 5, and I don't think anyone would have beat Frowny today, not even Toby. I think today, on Sardinia, this minute, on Sardinia, in a Mazda Atenza, there was no beating Frowny. He's flaming. Look at him, 6 seconds. He had his porridge this morning, didn't he, ladies and gentlemen? And Brownie, though, no shame from this drive whatsoever. Faster than who came before him, and just met the wrong person on track, as Frowny was not playing. So Frowny comes around to complete his 4th lap and goes into the final lap. And again, oh no, he slipped that time. He's dropped a little time. As Brownie then 44.5, and that's what I'm saying, when he's pushing too hard into the corners, it's a few tenths here and a few tenths there. It just it holds you back somewhat. And now Frowny, has he just put his indicator on for us? No, it looked like he put his indicator on. Maybe he did. That would be the ultimate flex, wouldn't it? Put the indicator in each turn. I'm going right, so I want to indicate right, and then when you turn in left, I'll indicate left as well. So Frowny then, 6.2 second lead on his 5th lap. He launched off of the grid like he meant business, and he has continued on since. And yes, we've been distracted by the lag, and we have had a laugh with the lag, but it takes nothing away from Frowny's drive. What a drive. What I feel bad, because he's going to sit back and watch this. He's going to want to see, like, you know, What a great drive. He's done amazing, and all I've done is rip the mick out of the bouncing, which is not fair. So I apologise, Frowny. You deserve more. It's a great drive. Great drive. And Brownie, again, this is tough. 1v1s are tough, man, because it makes you look bad, but when you're behind, you've got to drive a little faster. You've got to push a little harder. And it can go the wrong way. You can start slipping away from your opponent because you've got to take the chances. And there we go. Frowny takes the win here at Sardegna. And Brownie comes home in second place. 42.8 from Brownie on that last lap. I don't think he took Frowny's time, but wowzers. And there we go then. Frowny takes the win against Brownie. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. So let's have a look at that. So we'll cross out the 44.2. I can't remember who'd done that now, so that's good. 42.228. Frowny. And yes. So that was fantastic. It was really good. It was a good race. The lag, unfortunately, was a bit sort of, you know, it was a shame, but it's what comes with everyone on the internet trying to hook up. And then Vodkarov saying, Wendy James, she was my pick. Oh, Wendy James was so hot, man. Transvision Vamp. Don't check her out now, Vodkarov. Don't Google her now because it's a shame. Ultimate Racing League says it's mysterious. Nobody knows where they are. It's like driving a TARDIS. Yeah. And Adam in the chat saying, tonight's commentary is on point at thingy. Oh, God, bless you. Bless you. Osman saying, fist punch for Frowny. And Adam saying, GG, well driven, Frowny. Yeah, great stuff, Frowny. Great stuff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your pleasure, we're going to see Stealth versus Aussie Rooster. And this is a drop-down. This is part of the drop-down tournament prelim. So these two both lost their races. I think Aussie Rooster against Slowpoke, but it was so tight. And I think Stealth's was a real tight one as well. That's what she said. So we've got Stealth in the room. We've got Aussie Rooster. Now, the question is, where are they racing? Have we had a drop-down? No, I think this is our first. It's our first drop-down. No, Frowny and C Brownie was. So they should be in the Mazdas as well. Yes. Everything stays the same now, I think, for the next two races, ladies and gents. You can get comfortable. Frowny, our fastest man here, with a 42.226. So is that what, did we start on this one? I thought it was Dodge Vipers. Maybe the drop downs is, yeah, it's the Mazda. So Aussie Rooster, he's got his Mazda. And so has Stealth. Oh, we're going to need sunglasses with Stealth. You might want to turn down the contrast. You might want to turn that contrast down on your TV screens, because Stealth is going to try and blind you. So yes, we're down to our final two races, ladies and gentlemen. And what races they are. Excuse me. So we have Stealth and Aussie Rooster, and It's Hoggy and Bry the Mechanic for your final race of the evening. It's going to go off. Right, these cars are different. We don't need names. We don't need your stinking names. Get your names off of our screen. Get your names off my screen, or I'm going to get Will Smith to have a word. Right, where's my energy drink? Where's my Dubby? It's spelled a bit different, but it's Dubby. So Stealth then, he's out there. We lost Aussie Rooster. That looks a little smoother, doesn't it? It just must have been poor connection. Poor, what do they call it? Bad net code. Bad net code, bro. Oh, The hitbox just wasn't right. The bad net code. No way did you shoot me.
Aussie Rooster in the wrong car.
Got to give me glasses a clean. It's got steamed up in here, you know. Got all excited about all these races. It's getting hot in here. Dean in the chat saying, thanks, there was no lag on track. That's good. That's good. That's the main thing. And URL saying, Aussie Rooster is in the wrong car. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that gets the cars mixed up then. That's a good thing. So it looks like Aussie Rooster's going to have to go and buy a new car. And Stealth, is he getting some cheeky practices in, or is he just going to do 2 laps and then stop? I'm not here to protect the rules, or I'm not the rule keeper. I was just wondering. He probably should have been practicing in a different car on a different track while he waited for Aussie Rooster. I like that. I like the delivery, man. It's really good.
He's doing
That is a good one. I don't know what it's advertising. The Brothero. Oh, sorry, there. URL in the chat saying he's doing 2 laps. Ah, right. And Vodcrop saying they had the wrong car in the other stream as well. Oh, did they? Well, we're all at it, aren't we? It's been a long week. Okay? And we're going into the worst month ever of the world. I mean, near the end of the month it gets better, but the lead up to the end of that month, oh, I'm sick of Christmas already, you know? Every time you go into Tesco's, I have to walk around celebrations, roses. It's just temptation that doesn't need to be there. I know that it's cheap chocolate, but I will eat that stuff. I will eat the whole pot. I will bring the pot home and say to the family, look at this big tin of roses I've bought. Don't touch it, please. It's mine. You can have the fudge that's left and the toffee, the hard ones, because I can't chew them. But those strawberry soft centres are mine, and the orange ones. Ding! We're getting texts. Probably because my wife overheard me say I'm done with Christmas already. She's probably asking me to pack my bags and leave. Is what I'm guessing. Because, you know. Here we go, Christmas. Is this allowed to be on air? Is awesome. You spelt crap wrong. Starts with a C, not an A. So, bless her. She loves Christmas. She's been out shopping already. Twice. Right then, Stealth, that is practice, and Aussie Rooster now gets to have his practice. So, and Stealth a 44.5, but the fastest we've seen so far is Frowny with a 42.2. So, and I'm not saying they're trying to beat those fastest laps, but you know they're trying to beat the fastest laps. You know. Just winning their round is not enough for these guys. They want the boasting rights at the end saying, yeah, well, I was fastest of all. So competitive. Men, eh? And that testosterone they carry around in their sacks. So I'm glad I'm not one of them. I've totally evolved now. I am nothing. I've been married 20 years. They've been taken away from me. I'm just a machine that agrees. Christmas is great. Strictly was brilliant tonight. Of course I want to watch Get Me Out of Here, I'm a Celebrity. Do you know what? It is tough to eat your dinner whilst watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and they're eating elephant nuts or kangaroo peanuts and gagging whilst you're there trying to eat your spaghetti bolognese. So Aussie Rooster still making his way around. Sorry, there was arguing going on in the living room. I was listening. So Stealth, we saw 44. We've been following Stealth most of the season in League One. He's had a so-so season. It's not been the best season for him. but his races have been absolutely banging. It's just the positions haven't been coming his way. And it's hard to say why, because he has the pace. Had the pace to get right up there. In some races, he was really a threat. A huge threat. But, and then when it didn't go well, it did not go well for Stealth, unfortunately, last season. And we here at the, URL and Thingamajig Racing Channel have got our fingers crossed that Stealth is going to be absolutely firing on all cylinders next season and taking that league by storm. That we know that he can do. He has the pace to do it. So Aussie Rooster finishes his second trial, and he had a bit of damage there, so it didn't go altogether to plan. And he's going to be going into this race with a little nervousness. Stealth absolutely owning the lap time there, whereas Aussie Rooster didn't quite put the fear of God into Stealth, did he, with the lap times? He had a good chance of playing the mind games there, and his handbrake's off. Your handbrake's off. Left your handbrake off, sir. Sir, your handbrake's off. Sir, you're rolling back. Ah, he's gone. So here we go then, the showdown you want to see. Stealth versus Aussie Rooster. Aussie Rooster all over the back of Slowpoke in the last week, and kept with him all the way, putting the pressure on. Can Aussie Rooster crack Stealth's nut? As we go ahead, and it looks like Aussie Rooster having a better launch than Stealth, but Stealth doing enough just to stay ahead, and Stealth has got that inside line coming up to the first corner, but it's a heavy braking with cold tyres. Whom has the biggest balls? And it's a Stealth then, with Aussie Rooster slipping in just behind Stealth to give him something to think about. And Stealth then in control of the race. 5 laps here at Sardinia in the Mazda Artenza, and Aussie Rooster again up to the antics that we saw from last week, where he likes to get hold of their bumper and hang on for dear life. And Stealth then under a lot of pressure to deal with at the moment. We've seen Frowny going 142.226 round this track, so Stealth and Aussie Rooster will have that in the back of their mind as a ballpoint for a lap time. Although in all fairness, that's 2 seconds faster than the guys before Frowny. So Frowny was an exception to the rule. It seems 44 is an acceptable lap time around Sardinia in the Mazda. And Stealth then, he is eking out a bit of space. He is building up a buffer, ladies and gents. He is giving himself mistake room. And Stealth then 1.2 seconds ahead of Aussie Rooster, whom is fighting with the Mazda at the moment. And in the chat, oh, she listens in the front room. She's there trying to watch this strictly. Oh, sorry, I'm answering someone in the chat. I didn't even read their thing out. Stealth's leading against Aussie Rooster. Adam saying, I hope your missus doesn't watch or listen to this stream, but she actually sits in the other room. We've got an open dining room and / front room, and she's watching Strictly Come Dancing, his result show. That's why I slag things off like Strictly Come Dancing, so she can hear me. Ultimate Racing, come on both. And Dean saying, good luck Rooster. Adam saying a 42.228. Oh yeah, it's an 8, not a 6, sorry. Stealth then still leads the race, 1.4 seconds. They're on their second lap, and Aussie Rooster is pushing, but it is tough. It is tough when you're on the back foot. You've got a little bit of dirty air coming off the car in front. When you're going into a corner, it's nice and smooth without that turbulence. And again, Aussie Rooster late on the brakes, trying to close the gap up to Stealth, but Stealth is absolutely on form at the moment in the Mazda. He has found his spirit car, ladies and gents. The Mazda is where it is at for the Stealth, and he is holding that lead quite comfortably against Ozzy. Ozzy again late into it, and ho, how did he turn that bad boy around? He lost a bit of time though, in all fairness. Not really, not a lot. But Ozzy Rooster pushing the Mazda to its very edges to try and catch up with Stealth, but Stealth is a man not to be messed with today. He's absolutely banging them in. 43.9 from Stealth, 44.0 from Ozzy Rooster, but Stealth is way on his way now. He's got himself a second gap back to Ozzy Rooster, so he can experiment a little bit with his braking. Not too much though, he doesn't want to risk all. But now he's in a comfortable place where he can start easing into those corners and working on the lap. Look at that, 3/10 virtually faster in the first sector. Ozzy Rooster is still chasing hard though, and he's not giving up on this race, and why should he? We're only on the third lap of 5. Anything can happen with that many barriers and obstacles around. And we saw Bazza getting caught out by a corner that wasn't even really meant to be a problem, but it just seemed to catch him very strangely. And so there is still many things out there that can catch these guys out, but at the moment Stealth nearly half a second up and doing an absolutely fantastic job. It was this corner, I think, wasn't it? They've got Bazza. No, not this one. It was a quick one. I think it's this quick one on the straight. Just looked like he hit the curb and just caught the back end and spun him round. It's not that one. I don't know where it was. I'll give up. I'm not sure. So there we go then. Stealth finishes lap 3, starts lap 4. He's done a 43.6. Still not the fastest we've seen around Sardegna in a Mazda though, but he's got 1.7 seconds on Ozzy Rooster. Ozzy Rooster pushing with everything that he's got within the Mazda and unable to close the gap on Stealth. Stealth today is absolutely laying down the law of what League One can expect next season. Stealth has been away to the Himalayas. He's rebirthed. He has reborn himself as a pro sim racer. He's respawned as a pro sim racer, and League One, they just better watch out next season, because Stealth is coming. The new Stealth. Ozzy Rooster, absolutely cracking stuff from Ozzy Rooster. Hasn't put a foot wrong really. Has kept that car lean and clean and looked very good doing it. Oh, I'm racing Ozzy Rooster next season. Hey Ozzy, we're going to be racing each other. League 3 is Ozzy Rooster, so come on, ladies and gentlemen. Ozzy Rooster, League 3, staying within a second and a half of a League 1 contender is huge. So Stealth then smashing it at the moment on the penultimate lap as he comes around to try and get through to the next round. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, oh man, I am absolutely stuffed. It was buy one get one free, so I just ate 2 9-inch pizzas. So what you're saying is you just took 2 9 inches, Rob, quite easily in your mouth. That's interesting, Rob. It's nice to know. Oh, Adam saying Ozzy went purple, sector 1. Ozzy means business. He is. He's closed up a second. I mean, about 6/10. Ozzy absolutely flying. He got that fastest lap as well, 43.1. And Stealth, is it crumbling for Stealth? He's still doing 43s, but Ozzy Rooster is absolutely driving within the realms of physics, but beyond our minds. And Ozzy Rooster is blowing the track apart as he tries to scramble up to Stealth to make this race an absolute banger. And Vodka Rob doing a laughing face. URL saying, come on, Stealth. Adam saying, and took fastest lap. Jamie Baxter saying, get Rodders, would love that. I bet Rodders would love that. What, 2.9 inches? Aussie Rooster is on his case. Aussie Rooster, what a comeback story. Unbelievable stuff. He's having a look up the inside. It's open, it's open, it's open. There is contact. There is contact. Stealth still leads ahead of Aussie Rooster. And I think if you leave the door open like that, Aussie Rooster had every right to put his foot in it and say, are you holding this open for me? And here they go, side by side towards the line. It's going to be a photo finish. Aussie Rooster's ahead. Aussie Rooster gets the win by 700ths of a second. My voice hurts. That hurt my voice. Oh my God. Aussie Rooster, you maverick. Look at you. Wowzers. Unbelievable race that, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic stuff. Oh God. Oh dear. I apologise. I couldn't get all the words out and my throat felt like it was closing up and I was fighting the resistance to try and get those words out. But Aussie Rooster, a 43.1. It's not the fastest we've seen around here, but my word, what an absolute comeback. Poor Stealth did not see that one coming at all. Bless him. In the chat then, Jamie saying, yeah. James Garuda saying, absolute scenes, holy moly. Vodka Rob saying, wow, that was a close call. Adam saying, what a phenomenal comeback. Dean saying, great finish, well done, Rooster. And Garuda saying, well done, Aussie. Oh my word. Oh, hi, Garuda. Garuda's from another group, so, oh man, bless you for popping in and saying hello. Oh, you star. I'm choked, Garuda. I really am. Bless you. Wow. Who wants to follow that race? Hoggy? Brian the Mechanic? Do you fancy it? Oh, dearie me. Fantastic stuff. Adam in the chat saying, GG, great fight, boys. Well done, Aussie. Aussie, I don't want to race you next season in League 3. You can't be trusted. Jesus. Oh. Oh, man. I feel drained. I don't know if I could do another one. That was unbelievable. That was fantastic. Well done. Well done. There's not much catches me out here. Not much catches me out in this GT7 sort of... That took my breath away, guys. That really was something. Fantastic racing from Stealth and Aussie, and you've got to feel for Stealth. He did not wrong. Aussie Rooster just decided to move on to another level. He just decided that he was upping his exp. He was going to sub-zero level, and he just took that one with some might. Well done, Aussie Rooster. That one, I think that's going to be chatted about for a little bit in the in the messengers. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Garuda in the chat saying, no problem, mate. I love watching your streams when I do get the chance. Oh, thanks, man. Hey, Suki. That's my putty cat you can hear. That's my pussy calling. Gotta go. Hey. Hey, Suki. How you doing, baby? Was I shouting? Did you come over to see if I'm all right? I got a bit excited, didn't I, baby? I'm sorry. Oh, she's calming me down. Oh. It's all right, Suki. It's only pretend. It's fine. So Brian Mechanic and Hoggy are out there having their practice. Oh God, I'm still kind of worrying about that other race. That's unbelievable. And URL saying you wish. Yeah, you're not wrong. Brian the Mechanic then, checking out how loose that back end is on the Mazda. He likes the loose back end as Brian the Mechanic. He likes to swing that car around. Oh, we getting that lag coming back, are we? And Hoggy, he races with me, or he used to race with me in League 3. He just won League 3, ladies and gents, I believe, if it's the same fella. He's going up to League 2. And he's facing off with Brian the Mechanic, who I assume has just got promoted to League 1, because I covered League 1 last season. Didn't see Brian the Mechanic in there once. but apparently he's in League One. So I think Brian the Mechanic promoted to League One as Hoggy gets promoted to League Two. I think this might be an even fight. I couldn't call which one is going to be the better of the pair. Brian the Mechanic, I think we saw him beating Unforgiven or losing to Unforgiven. I can't. It's hard to keep track of. I need that meme of like Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's got all the threads on the wall when they got a job. Oh gosh. What an absolute cracker. I thought nothing else was going to happen in that race. Honestly, I was getting sidetracked with bloody Rob's Pizza talk again. Well, I was trying to turn it into some sort of dirty innuendo. But the race for me, it was done. I thought, yeah, it looks like Stealth has got this. Stealth has owned this race for 3 laps. There's nothing to see here. Whoa. But Aussie Rooster, are you in the chat, Aussie Rooster? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Did you find a button in the car that said go faster? Oh, he lost to Unforgiven. Sorry, Unforgiven. I think Unforgiven is in control of the Ultimate Racing League thing. No, I don't think he is, actually. I think that's one of the commentators runs the URL chat YouTube thing. So, yeah, Brian Mechanic lost, to Unforgiven last time out. Oh, yeah, because this is the left side. This is to the left, losers to the... It's not losers. People who came second to the left. So, Hoggy has completed his 2 practice laps, and so has Bry the Mechanic. And we are minutes away from our final race, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's our final race of the evening. Unbelievable. I'm pretty sure Lobby 2 had his hands full, so you probably can quickly nip over to Lobby 2 at the end and catch some of that. Unless you're like Vodka Rob, who eats 2 9-inch pizzas and watches 2 TVs, or 2 phones of 2 streams. Oh, can I get a good shot of them 2 parked up? No, not one. You're joking me. Oh yeah, that's close enough.
I have 2 people using this account. It's
oh yeah.
Racing checker.
Here we go then. Race start. Bry versus Hoggy. Oh, I haven't put the bloody names on, have I? You probably need them. Not the car names, you fool. That was quick, wasn't it? I beat the lights. And here we go then, Brian Mechanic off to a fantastic start here. A launch like no other against Hoggy. But Hoggy, he knows his racing. He's right on the tail of Bry already. And, having a look around the outside, but there's no track there. And he's pulled it back in again. And Bry is seeming to be a little bouncy. Hopefully those guys don't see the bounce. And Hoggy then, it's hard to tell which side to overtake when the car is flicking him around. And again, Hoggy up the inside, he's going for it in the first turn. Oh, he's around the outside now. And it's Brian the Mechanic is defending like an absolute legend against the Hogs, who is throwing everything he's got at him as they're coming along side by side again. Hoggy on the inside, but Bry just about pushes the car through ahead. And Hoggy is all up and in his business. Look at that. Have you seen 2 Mazda Atenzas that close before, all the way around the track? Unbelievable stuff. Hoggy on the inside again, I believe. He's gonna try and claim this corner with a little late brake and pull it into it. And it's Hoggy then takes the lead from Brian Mechanic, and he prepped that one around about 2 corners before. He got himself in a prime position, and Hoggy then leads as Brian the Mechanic now is staring at the rear derriere of It's Hoggy, and It's Hoggy has got all the work to do now as Brian Mechanic right up his rear derriere, and he starts putting on the pressure under braking for the very tight left-hander, and they've got to be very careful because the wall just out there is easy to catch. And there we see Brian Mechanic on the attack again against Hoggy. And Hoggy with that fantastic move earlier on. He can't pull away from Brian the Mechanic though. Brian the Mechanic has the pace, the speed. and the audacity to go up the inside of Hoggy, under braking, but he's touched the dirt. Will that affect his wheels? And Brian the mechanic throws it into the first corner ahead of Hoggy. Unbelievable racing, swapping in every other corner, and it's Hoggy again back into the lead of this race. And Brian the mechanic keeping him honest with driving all up and in his business, and Hoggy there tries to keep that lead this time, but Brian the mechanic coming back at Hoggy, but he's on to the outside. He's taken that wider line, try and pull the line in through and get a better drive out of this corner up against Hoggy, but Hoggy is wise to it. Hoggy knows the moves, and he is driving accordingly. And Brian the mechanic then thinking of another way to chip at Hoggy, or is he just going to wait for that first corner, because he seems to have a speed advantage going into the first corner. Did Bri have a little nip on the apex? He's got no damage, so I don't think so. I think it was just a bit of lag. So Hoggy, solid drive so far. He's been under pressure. He's had to pull a move, 2 moves at least in this race, and now he is stretching his legs. He's pulled a buffer out, a mistake buffer, but here, oh, Bry's back end was all over the shop. He was fighting that car. He was wrestling Hulk Hogan for a second there, coming out of that tight corner, and Hoggy then can stretch his legs and give us a more chilled end, because that last race was an absolute banger. So Hoggy then, Prime Hog, says Vodka Rob. Vodka Rob also saying it's another URL saying they have 2 people using this account. There you go. Their YouTube account, because when they chat I thought it was Ian, I think, who streams on the URL channel. Hoggy then absolutely, these two have got the same pace, but it looks like Hoggy, after Bri had that little step out, he may have lost an edge there. He might be a little nervous of the Mazda. That's what seems to happen when the car bites you. You kind of then question where you can push it, where you can't push it, and you ease off a little bit, and you can't in second place, Bri. You got to own it, man. You've got to just go in there. If you go into a wall and you finish 20 seconds behind, so be it. It's the way it is. But he's going for that. Keep it clean, keep it lean, keep it close, and hope Hoggy throws it off. Although Bright Mechanic going absolutely super fast. But 42.6, but 42.2 has been our fastest of the evening. Just to remind you all, Vodkarov saying it's been another great night of racing. It certainly has. It really has. They do deliver, don't they, the URL boys? Those admins have done a lot of hard work, and it just doesn't end with picking who's racing who. All week they've been juggling pro sim racers in the messenger, finding out when they can race, when they can't race, who's going to be available. It's a full-time job, virtually. Ultimate Racing League saying great racing from all tonight. And Ultimate Racing League saying a shame about the lag. Oh, it happens. It happens from time to time. It's part of internet life. And Hoggy then 1.6 seconds a lead with one more lap to go after this one. It's looking good, but we've seen things turn around, have we not, ladies and gents? 41.9. There we go. Brian the Mechanic has destroyed the fastest lap of the evening with a 41.963. I said he was taking it easier, but he is not. So there you go. Brian the Mechanic, but he's losing time on Hogs. Hogs is pulling away, but Brian the Mechanic is absolutely slapped on the lap times. Hoggy then 2.4 seconds. He's getting purples. Can he beat Bri the Mechanic's time? It's a tough one to believe. Adam saying great racing, even better commentary once again. Oh man, am I gonna have to buy you a Christmas present? Am I gonna have to get another Amazon order on the go?
Look how bad his lag is.
What whiskey do you like, Adam? And Smith saying, look how bad his lag is. Who's that? The Hogs or the Bryce? It seems, I think they said, the guys racing before said that they didn't notice the lag, so it might just be something from the spectator mode. It might just be because of the spectatory thing. It's just not coming across the code on the spectator better, but hopefully for them guys, it's all smooth runnings. The guys who really had bad lag earlier, they said it didn't seem like there was lag on the track. So yeah, hopefully it's just a glitch with the spectator mode. Let's face it, Kaz and the Gran Turismo team have kind of dropped the spectator mode altogether. It was so much better on Gran Turismo Sport, but yeah, they've done less for GT7, and it doesn't seem as smooth and nice on GT7. It always looked a little better on GT Sport, in my opinion. So yes, it's just the way it is. The game. They decided to concentrate on the music rally at the beginning rather than spectate mode. Hoggy, though, has done a blinding job. Both drivers absolutely flipping brilliant. Hogs then, Prime Hog, Optimus Hogness is bringing it around on this final lap. He's got 2 seconds on Bry the Mechanic, and what a drive for Hoggy, letting League 2 know what they're in for next season. League 2, you better fear it, because the Hoggy, champion of League 3, he cometh. Great drive, Hoggy. And Bry the Mechanic, nout wrong there. Fastest lap of the evening at Sardinia. So a super job, well done. Oh yeah, and a cracking little overall. I like it.
No thingy. You should set up a Patreon.
Super stuff. Whistle Stop World Tour. I don't know if that's a group or not, but there you go. From the Hogs. Great driving, man. Great driving. Absolutely blinding. So we'll get the replay of that. We'll look at the results, and then I think we'll wrap it up. I think that's all it. I think that is it. So Smith was there saying, look how bad his lag is. Adam in the chat saying, no thingy, you should set up a Patreon or something so we can support the channel. No, don't be silly. I do it for fun. It's not a job. It's just a laugh. So, yeah, that's it. Part 3 of the Showdown, and we have won. We're the winners. We're the winners, ladies and gents, because, my God, wasn't we... We've had 3 different racetracks with 3 different race cars tonight. We've been spoilt. The only thing we didn't see is the BMW, which some of our sim racers are probably quite pleased about. Fantastic stuff again by the Ultimate Racing League, and they're the people, they're the ones that really need champion. They have done super stuff. In the chat, Adam saying another great race, and Vodka Rob saying cheers mate, great entertainment. My pleasure, man, my pleasure. Hope you all have a great week ahead. Try to avoid sharp objects and blunt brains. There's nothing more to say. I'll be back Friday night for another smashing round of the World Racing Community. And then Sunday, we will be back with the Ultimate Racing League for the Showdown Part 4. It's really starting to get serious, boys. It really is starting to get some serious schnizzle on the go out there. It's been cracking. All that's left to say is Turu, peace and love, peace and love. Word to your mother.